Hello everyone, my name is Wonder Oluwapelumi, popularly known as Mama Wonder. On today's video, I'll be sharing with you my encounter with a pedophile, my personal experience with a pedophile. How did it happen? Who was the person? Was I able to escape it? Was I able to talk about it after the incident? All this and many more are the things I'll be sharing with you on today's video. I'll be right back. Welcome back. I said today I'll be sharing with you my encounter with a pedophile. Before I proceed, who is a pedophile? Many of us, we just hear the word pedophile, or pedophilia. Who is a pedophile? A pedophile is an adult or an adolescent that has a special sexual attraction towards children. We all know that children or a child is anybody below the age of 18 years. Yes, so a pedophile, and pedophilia is a psychiatric condition. Yes, it has to do with madness. Something is actually wrong upstairs. I said pedophilia is a psychiatric condition that makes a person sexually attracted to children. That said, in our society today, and it didn't just begin recently, this evil act of child molestation has been with us for long. It has been in our society for long. And it seems as if we are not doing anything, or we are not doing enough to stop this evil. Okay? My personal experience with a pedophile, I think I should be around 7-8 years at the time. Back then, my mom is a teacher, because I believe she's still one, yes, though she's retired. She's a teacher, but does several other business. So anytime she's traveling for business, she will drop us off with our uncle. Back then in Lagos, around Ojota. If you know Lagos very well, you will know this area, Ojota area of Lagos. So on this fateful day, as usual, I was with my uncle. My uncle is married. He has his own children too, my cousins. We all stayed together there. So there is this church close to my uncle's house, in fact, the next compound, and there is no fence in between. This is my uncle's house. This is the church. The pastor of the church, yes, was my abuser. Yes, it was a pastor. At this point, I want to say this. As a pastor's wife myself, I am not saying this to castigate or to point fingers at anyone or anybody at all. I am saying this, sharing my experience as it happened to me. I am not saying this to judge anyone or to lay accusation on anyone. I am sharing my story, my truth as it happened to me. Okay, that said, so the church is just next compound to us, and the pastor and his family live in the same compound too. The church was downstairs and they live upstairs. And you know the funniest thing, this man should be in his early 50s or late 40s at the time. Yes, he was a well-respected man of God, well known in that street, well respected. When I say well respected, I mean well respected, highly placed man of God. So on the said day that this incident happened, I was outside washing the plates just at the back of the house, and this pastor was passing. Of course, I'm familiar to him. I've been seeing him around because I'm a regular guest in my uncle's place. So I've been seeing him around. Anytime he passes, I greet him. He normally jokes with me, not only me, other children in the compound too. And he used to call me an European, probably because of the color of my skin. So anytime he passes, he plays with us, little children generally, calls me European, play with me and move on. But on this particular day, he called me. I approached him. He was upstairs. So he called me to come, and I went. Going upstairs to the apartment wasn't strange too, as he had children. Other little children will go to the apartment to play with his own children. His children also come down to play with us. So going to his apartment wasn't strange. So I went there. But on getting there, I noticed that there was no other person in the house. I became afraid for reasons I couldn't even explain. I wasn't just comfortable. And before I could do anything, he pulled me into his room and started touching me, touching my body. At the time, remember, I said I was just 7 or 8 years. So it wasn't like I even had anything. I wasn't matured, no breast, nothing. So he pulled me inside and started touching my body, started pulling me, kissing me, and all of that. I didn't even understand what he was doing at the time. I didn't understand. He kept on and on. He was about undressing me when he heard footsteps. My only saving grace that day was that his children returned from wherever they went earlier than he expected. So on hearing the footstep, he quickly pushed me out on hearing the footstep. And that was how I was able to escape. I ran downstairs, and from that day, I never saw that man face to face again. Because anytime I sighted him or heard his voice, I would just take to my heels and run off. But do you know the funny thing? After the incident, I couldn't even talk to it about anyone. The first time I would talk to anyone about this incident, I was already in university. And this happened when I was 7 or 8 years. But I couldn't bring myself to talk to anybody about it. I could talk to it when I get to the university because I heard friends, people around me talking about rape, talking about child molestation. And I was able to find my voice. I was able to find my confidence to talk about it, that okay, as a child, I had this kind of experience too. Why am I doing this video? To sensitize us that as parents, there is nothing called too much when it comes to protecting your children. I'm not trying to blame those parents that their children fall victim. No, you are superstars. You're doing your best. It's not your fault that it happened. To the victims too, it is never your fault. But I'm saying to the rest of us that have not experienced this, that we can do better. Like we have always heard it, when it comes to your children, never trust anyone. This issue of child molestation, child sexual abuse and hard assaults, nobody can afford to say, I'm not concerned. I'm not concerned. It doesn't affect me. I have only girls. Boys are even being more molested than girls. Only that they are not talking about it. We are not hearing about it. You can afford to say, I'm not concerned. Either you have all boys or all girls. It's a fight that we need to fight collectively. And another thing I want to say is, when an issue of rape or molestation comes up, let's not be defensive. Don't try to defend these pedophiles, these rapists. When somebody does something wrong, if for instance is a pastor and somebody come out to say, oh, this pastor did this and that to me, you hear people begin to say, oh, he's attacking the body of Christ. The attack is an attack on the body of Christ. How? I know some people will still come and tongue lash me for this video, for coming out to say that a pastor tried to assault me when I was younger. I am a pastor's wife too. And I have said it earlier, I am not doing this video to point accusing finger at anybody. I am doing it to tell my truth, to tell my story as it happened to me. Let's not be defensive. If somebody have done something wrong, recently we heard of a celebrity that is caught in the web of this evil, and a lot of people are already saying, oh, the Nollywood industry, the Yoruba film industry. How? Is it the Nollywood that committed the crime? Is it the Tampan or Yoruba film industry that committed the crime? Let whoever is mentioned as a rapist or a pedophile face the music. Let's not be defensive. This is why we have created, as a society, we have created an enabling environment for these evil perpetrators. That is why it keeps going on from generation to generation. If we don't stop it, it will continue going on. I want to appeal to you, if you are watching this video, let's do all we can to create a safer society for our children. Thank you for watching.